Good morning, or depending on when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always told, out of Voice of Radio. So today we've got some news, ladies and gentlemen, and that news does include a really cool Costco bundle that you should be pretty gosh darned excited about. Now, this was sent to me by the lovely Sage Mode Vince over on Twitter. Thank you very much to them for being, well, frankly, lovely. And I showed you the other day that there was that bundle of Pokeball tins coming to Costco in Canada. And I told you it was fine, but it wasn't, I think it's fair to say, the most exciting one ever. I don't think that's rude to say that. And what happened was that a few people actually got in touch with me and they went, Wossy. If you think that's kind of cool, you wait till you see. I've heard some rumblings that some stuff's going to be coming to Costco US, and that is something worth getting excited about. Well, yeah, honestly, ladies and gentlemen, that was worth getting a little bit excited about. Basically, what we've got here, and don't think I haven't seen the rather lovely Mega Constructs Pokemon right to the side of it. That's pretty cool. But what we've seen here is a bundle of 4 tins mashed together for $65. Okay, 4 tins, $65, not too bad. That works out at $16.25 per tin, which is kind of awesome. 4 tins, nice and cheap. Yeah, I can get on board with that, ladies and gentlemen. I can get on board with that. Now, what we've basically got is actually a big mashing together of various tins. So, you can see in there from the thing, we've actually got the pair that was released a while ago, which are the Empoleon and Tyranitar tins. Worth pointing out that both the Empoleon and the Tyranitar are alternate art. They are the same cards that came around in Battle Styles, but they are alternate art versions of them. And remember that Empoleon is pretty trendy right now, ladies and gentlemen. It is pretty gosh darn trendy. We've also got the pair of Pikachu and Eevee tins, and remember that these are exclusive promos. The Pikachu, I'm pretty sure this Pikachu and this Eevee never actually ended up in any other products. So if you want to be picking these up, these are good, ladies and gentlemen. These are very good. But then we've also got the Eevee tins, that being Sylveon, Umbreon, and Espeon, not actually Eevee. And remember, these are the ones where initially we thought that these were going to be just reprints of the exact ones that came around in Evolving Skies, which would have made them, not to be terribly rude, not terribly interesting. But then it turns out that they are in fact alternate art cards, and they are exclusive alternate art. Remember I showed you just the other day that Eevee Evolutions box which is coming, which actually does come with all of the promos from all of them, like literally all the Eevee promos, all mashed together into one product. And I told you when I showed you that, look, if you're looking to get all of the promos, this is a good place to get them. Getting 4 tins nice and cheaply, this is good, which obviously means that there is going to be some awkwardness in trying to find the right ones. Now, that middle row we can see there is all made up of tins where you get an Espeon, a Sylveon, an Umbreon, and an Empoleon, and I'm sorry, but that's kind of absolutely perfect. Whereas you see the left-hand row, at least the top of it, and the right-hand row, we've got an Eevee, a Pikachu, a Tyranitar, and an Eternatus. I apologise, I forgot to tell you about the Eternatus tin. But never mind, ladies and gentlemen, let me pop this in here. So the Eternatus tin is one that is also becoming available. And if I remember correctly, this one actually had an alternate art Eternatus as well. But I'm afraid I do need to point out that Eternatus had a lovely run, alright? Eternatus was good for a while. But I think it's also fair to say that Eternatus is, not good. Not anymore, ladies and gentlemen. It's gone away. Sorry about that. Eternatus had his time and it was lovely. And to be fair, when Eternatus was big, I was running around with Excadrill and absolutely feasting on Eternatus. I loved playing against Eternatus. It was so much fun. Those days are over, I'm afraid, ladies and gentlemen. Those days are done. So I don't know, feel free to be upset about this or not. It doesn't really matter, honestly, at this point, because it's over. Sorry about that. So, those are the tins that are available. They're pretty cool. For $65 is honestly pretty cheap. And this is the kind of thing you should be going for. Obviously, for my money, I think if you can get the pack, which is Sylveon, Umbreon, Espeon, and Empoleon, those are better in terms of the tins. But honestly, this seems pretty cool. Here's what also is pretty cool, though. Because the question we often have at this stage is, well, hang on a second. What packs are we getting? What packs are available in here? And the good news is that some lovely people have gone and opened them up. And now we can see. So, Alacran471 over on Twitter has gone and opened up the, as I like to call it, the less exciting of them. And what you can see there is, you're getting a bunch of Evolving Skies. You're actually, in those 4 tins, getting 9 packs of Evolving Skies, which is clearly pretty gosh darned awesome. You're then getting yourself a whole bunch of Brilliant Stars. I think 8 Brilliant Stars there in total. And then we've also got ourselves 3 packs of Fusion Strike. And look, Fusion Strike can have some good stuff in. So you've got Evolving Skies, you've got Brilliant Stars, you've got Fusion Strike. There is a lot to like here. And I've made the point a few times making these kind of videos. If you're going to be buying products with packs in at the moment, it really is not a secret that we want Evolving Skies. Evolving Skies is the best set in terms of the Sword and Shield era. It's got a huge amount of cards. It's got all the alternate art EVs. It's got the Umbreon, as an example. And it's just, in terms of money cards, this set is completely unrivaled in the Sword and Shield era. Brilliant Stars, not the same, unfortunately. Though, to be fair, it's got a lot of really playable cards, and you do have a chance of pulling that Charizard, which is honestly none too shabby. And then you got Fusion Strike. Fusion Strike is awkward because there's like 3 good hits, and then the set as a whole is just giant and a little bit bloated. But you can still get stuff like the alternate Espeon as an example. So there's still very cool stuff to be gained in there. So yeah, picking up these tins, you're getting 20 packs, and it's basically one great set, one good set, and one set where you might get lucky. And bearing in mind, you know, if you're paying $3 for the packs each, that would be $60, and you get the promos, and you're only paying $65. This is good. Then if we go and have a look at the other one, and don't worry, ladies and gentlemen, because we've been kind of hooked up here as well, quite frankly. If we look at the other one, now this has been shared by Caesar_Mars5 over on Twitter. And here we see a similar kind of thing, but I will say, although the promos are better, the pack selection isn't better. Now we do have 8 Evolving Skies, which is great. Big fan of that. 2 in each of the boxes, or the tins. And then we've got ourselves 6 Brilliant Stars. There aren't any in the Empoleon tin, but there are in the others. And we've got ourselves 5 Fusion Strike here. And again, Fusion Strike, there are some good hits, but overall it's a slightly weaker set. And then we've got ourselves 1 just lone Chilling Reign in the Empoleon tin. So, I think slightly worse pack selection here, only marginally worse. But you do get 1 less Evolving Skies, you get Chilling Reign and extra Fusion Strike. It's not quite as good, but it's not the end of the world. So shout out to those people for sharing which packs are available. That is honestly extremely cool. Now, we do actually have a nice clear image of the tins from Tuisweez over on Twitter. TUISWEEYZ, which just shows us these tins quite nicely. But I think more importantly, it shows us the back, and it's actually got kind of a nice little blurb. But it is the blurb for the V-Powers tins, and then it's the verb for the Battle Style tins. So there's nothing really particularly unique on there, although it is kind of nice that they've bothered to make this. Why would they do this? What's the point of this? The point of this is really simple. They had these tins left over. They printed too many of these tins, and they needed to do something with them. So you know what they did with them? They bundled them up and sent them to Costco. And I adore this. And I honestly hope Pokemon just keep doing this. Because this is really, really, really good for fans of the game. I mean, you know, I've got 3 kids. If they were a little bit older, picking up one of these, one for me, one for each of them, that would be awesome. And then I can watch them get better pulls than me and be really sad. But I'm a big fan of stuff like this. And if you are in Costco over in the US, might I suggest running over and having a look. If, like me, you're not in the US, I'm sorry. But I hope, if nothing else, you've got I suppose the phrase I want to use is nice jealousy. You're a little bit jealous. You wish you'd been able to get in on them. But actually, you know what? You can still appreciate that these are very cool, and the people that are able to get hold of them are enjoying them nicely. So there we go, ladies and gentlemen, that's what I've got to say, and now it's over to you guys. Tell me what you think about this, tell me if you've joined in, tell me what your pulls were, go nuts in the comment section, but be nice! And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at the Wasi. That's where we talk Pokemon card games, all kinds of fun things. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts, where I answer all of your questions, join a Discord where we chat some Pokemon, and get shout-outs on this channel, like the lovely Evan Parker, who's been a supporter of ours for a little while now, and is a very lovely person. But by far the most important thing, as always, look after yourself till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.